What made you realize someone wasn't who they seemed? I ignored the weird feeling I had about my daughter's new babysitter for months. She was sweet, responsible, and all the parents loved her, but something in her smile felt off. Sarah seemed perfect on paper. College student, great references. But every single time I came home from date nights, my usually bubbly 6-year-old Mia would be sitting quietly on the couch, staring at nothing, completely unlike her normal, excited greetings where she'd run to hug me. "Did you have fun with Sarah tonight?" I'd ask, crouching down to her level. "Yeah," Mia would whisper, not making eye contact, picking at her fingernails. At first it was just small things that I tried to rationalize away. Mia started having unexplained scratches and small bruises on her arms and legs, always in places that would be covered by clothes. "I fell playing outside," she'd mumble when I asked. Then I noticed her flinching whenever I reached out to touch her, even just to brush her hair or adjust her shirt. The nightmares started about a month in. Mia would wake up screaming about monsters hiding in her closet multiple times per week. She'd be drenched in sweat, shaking uncontrollably. Her preschool teacher called concerned, saying Mia seemed completely withdrawn during class, nothing like her usual outgoing personality. My wife kept dismissing my growing concerns. "You're being paranoid and overprotective. Sarah's great with kids." But the warning signs kept piling up week by week. Mia began asking if Sarah was coming over with genuine dread in her voice, her face going pale at just the mention of her name. She'd find elaborate excuses to stay at friends' houses on nights we had dinner plans. When I'd mention getting a babysitter for weekend events, she'd burst into tears for what seemed like no apparent reason. I started manufacturing reasons to come home earlier than planned. Meeting ended early, feeling sick. Each and every time, Sarah looked genuinely startled and almost guilty when I walked through the door unexpectedly, like I'd caught her doing something wrong. Then Mia started having physical reactions whenever Sarah's name even came up in conversation. Her face would drain of color. Her small hands would start shaking slightly. She'd become intensely clingy and anxious afterward, following me around the house for hours, refusing to let me out of her sight. The behavior got worse every week. Mia stopped playing with her favorite toys. She'd sit in corners instead of running around like normal kids. She started having accidents again after being potty trained for years. She'd wake up multiple times each night, checking to make sure I was still in the house. The breaking point came on a Tuesday afternoon when I found Mia hiding deep in her bedroom closet, sobbing hysterically into her stuffed animal. I asked her what happened, but Mia just shook her head frantically, too terrified to answer, her whole body trembling. That Friday night, I decided to test my growing suspicions. I told Sarah I was going to dinner and a late movie, wouldn't be back until after midnight. Instead, I parked around the corner and waited 20 minutes before quietly letting myself back into the house with my spare key. I crept up the stairs as quietly as possible and peeked around her bedroom doorframe. Sarah was gripping Mia's thin arm tightly, yanking her toward the bed, while my daughter tried desperately to pull away. "Stop that crying right now, or I'll give you something to really cry about," she hissed through gritted teeth. I burst into the room immediately. After sending Sarah away, Mia finally broke down completely and told me everything. Sarah had been abusing her, pinching her hard enough to leave hidden bruises, pulling her hair when she didn't follow orders fast enough, and threatening that if she ever told anyone, she'd find ways to hurt me too. The police investigation revealed Sarah had been doing the same at least 8 children across our entire neighborhood. She got 2 years behind bars.